Once upon a time, there was a poor orphan girl named Lila. She was very beautiful, with kind eyes and a warm smile. But Lila had no home. Her parents died in a car accident when she was just 6 years old. Ever since, she had been living on the streets, begging for food, sleeping under bridges, and doing small jobs to survive. One evening, Lila was very hungry. Her stomach growled, and her legs were weak. Then, an old woman came by and smiled at her. "Come, my dear," she said kindly. "You must be hungry. I have food." Lila's eyes lit up. She followed the woman and ate the food quickly. It tasted so good, like something from a dream. Even when her stomach was full, she kept eating. She didn't know when she would eat again. Afterward, her eyes became heavy. She walked back to her usual sleeping spot and lay down, not knowing something strange was about to happen. When Lila woke up, she was no longer outside. She was tied up inside a dark room with other girls her age, all lying unconscious. Her heart pounded as a strange man wearing red beads and feathers walked in. He looked at Lila and gasped. "This one. The spirits do not want her," he said. "Let her go." Just like that, Lila was untied and thrown out of the building. She ran into the forest as fast as she could. Her heart beat loudly in her chest. She didn't stop running until she reached a long, quiet road. Her feet were sore, and her clothes were torn by branches and thorns, but she kept going. Finally, she saw lights ahead. The road led to a fancy part of the city with big buildings, shiny cars, and shops filled with beautiful clothes. She had never seen anything like it. Lila stood outside one of the boutiques, staring at the fancy dresses on display. Then, a tall woman with bright eyes stepped out of the store and saw her. "Are you okay, dear?" she asked gently. Lila nodded, still too shocked to speak. The woman smiled kindly and said, "Come inside. You look tired." Lila followed her into the boutique. The place smelled like perfume and flowers. The woman led her to a clean changing room and handed her a shiny golden dress. "There's a shower in here. Clean yourself up, then wear this," she said. Lila was excited. She had never worn anything so pretty. After her bath, she put on the golden dress and looked at herself in the mirror. She didn't recognize the girl staring back. She looked like a princess. "You're perfect," the woman said, clapping her hands above her head. Before Lila could ask why she clapped, a large man appeared behind her and stuck a tiny needle in her neck. Everything went black. When Lila woke up, she was standing in the boutique window, just like the mannequin she had seen earlier. Her body was stiff. Her smile was frozen. She tried to move, but nothing happened. She was alive, but trapped. Her body looked like a mannequin. Her eyes could move just a little, and that was when she noticed something shocking. The other mannequins were alive too. Each one had pain in their eyes, but their faces were stuck in perfect smiles. At night, after the lights went off, the magic holding them froze slightly. That was when Lila heard the first whisper. "New girl," a voice beside her said softly. "Don't fight. It only makes it worse." Lila couldn't turn her head, but she listened carefully. Another voice came from the other side. "We were once like you, lost girls looking for help." The mannequin next to her was named Nina. She had lived on the streets too. Her mother was sick, and Nina used to dance for coins to buy food. One day, a woman gave her bread and a place to sleep. That night, she was dressed in silk and told to look in a mirror. When she woke up, she was a mannequin. "I just wanted to be seen," Nina whispered. Another mannequin, Io, spoke slowly. "My father sold me for a bottle of gin." Lila's heart sank. Io had been a smart, happy girl. But when her mother died, her father became mean. He gave her away to a strange woman who promised to find her a job. But Io was never seen again, until now. Then, from the far end of the window, a graceful figure spoke. Her name was Daisy, and she had once lived a good life. Her parents owned a pharmacy. She had dreams, went to school, and had friends. But one day, she met an older man online. He said he loved her. He made her feel special. She ran away to meet him, and ended up here. I was the first mannequin, Daisy said. They used me to trap others. Lila listened to all their stories. Each girl had been stolen, tricked, or betrayed. Now they were silent decorations for people to admire. Why me? Lila whispered with all the strength she could find. Because you're beautiful, Daisy replied. The more beautiful you are, the more customers come to the shop. Lila's heart broke. She wanted to scream, to run, to escape, but she couldn't. 4 days, she stood there, silent, smiling. People tapped on the glass. Some said the mannequins looked real, but no one knew the truth. Until the 7th night. That's when something changed. A single tear rolled down Lila's cheek. She was shocked. I cried, she whispered. Nina gasped. That's impossible. None of us can cry. Daisy said, the spirits didn't fully take you. That's why you can still feel. The next night, Lila focused all her strength on her finger. Just one finger. And slowly, it twitched. Hope filled her heart. The next morning, a girl passing by screamed. She moved. The mannequin moved. Soon, a crowd gathered. People took pictures and filmed Lila moving her fingers. They pointed and shouted, "She's crying." But Madame Cora, the boutique owner, laughed. "She's special," she said. "An expensive mannequin from China. She moves and cries, brand new technology." Everyone believed her. Lila's heart dropped. She was still trapped, and now no one would save her. That night, Madame Cora was angry. "She's a problem," she told her bodyguard, a large man named Toby. "Take her to the back and finish it." Toby picked up Lila and carried her to the dark back room, filled with broken mirrors, old clothes, and dusty coffins. Lila couldn't move, but she could feel everything. As Madame Cora gave the order to end her life, something strange happened. Toby turned on Madame Cora. He pricked her with the needle instead, and she fell unconscious. Then, he gave Lila a warm drink. Her body came back to life. Lila blinked, moved her hands, and looked around in surprise. Toby knelt and said, "I'm sorry." He revealed something shocking. Years ago, when Lila's parents died in a car crash, it was because her father swerved to avoid hitting a young boy chasing a ball. That boy was Toby. "I caused the crash," he said, crying. "I saw the same birthmark behind your ear. I knew it was you." Toby had worked for Madame Cora for years, but when he saw Lila, he couldn't stay silent anymore. He gave her the wrong injection on purpose, so she wouldn't be fully trapped. "You have to run," he said. Lila nodded and ran straight to the police station. She burst in, barefoot and crying. "Please," she shouted. "They're alive. The mannequins are girls. You have to help them." The police were confused at first, but one senior officer believed her. They rushed to the boutique, found the hidden room, and saw the strange items: coffins, needles, diaries, and missing girls' belongings. When Madame Cora woke up, she was forced to break the curse. Slowly, the girls came back to life, one by one. The news spread quickly. Mannequins were girls all along. Madame Cora was sent to prison forever. Toby, although arrested, was forgiven for his help. Over 30 girls were rescued. As for Lila, she was finally safe. She was given a warm home, a scholarship, and people who cared. But most of all, she was free. If you enjoyed this story, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. It will encourage us to bring you more interesting stories. Thank you for watching.